Hey, welcome to the Daily Beard for December 12th, 2019. Um, so, uh, something happened a couple days ago, and I've been meaning to talk about it, and just other stuff's been coming up. So, one of my favorite Carolls died. The There's only two men that I know with the name Caroll. One is Caroll Shelby, who is if you've watched movies lately, is Matt Damon plays Caroll Shelby in Ford versus Ferrari, and he helped direct he helped make Mustangs is what Mustangs are. Like I love Caroll Shelby Mustangs, but as much as I love that Shelby, I love one Caroll. That Caroll, I love a different Caroll first name better, and that is Caroll Spinney. And Caroll Spinney, if you don't know, was Big Bird. Caroll Spinney died the other day. He died at 85. He he was inside the costume for Big Bird. He did the voice for Big Bird. He was inside the costume for Big Bird. He also did Oscar the Grouch and several other things. Sesame Street was a big part of my life growing up, massive part of my life. And Big Bird is just this optimistic, positive influence. One of my favorite Christmas things is a thing called Christmas Eve on Sesame Street. We actually watch it every year on Christmas Eve. We watch two movies on Christmas Eve. That and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the real one, with Boris Karloff narrating. Caroll Spinney, I didn't know much about him as a person until a little while ago, but I knew Big Bird, and I love Big Bird. Big Bird's been with me for a long time. I grew up on Sesame Street. I grew up on a bunch of other shows too, but Sesame Street was always important to me. I'm not thrilled with where it went when Elmo came about, and it became all about Elmo, because to me, Sesame Street was an ensemble thing, and Big Bird was one of those. I have my favorite characters. Big Bird is among them. And he's always been just a positive, fun character. And Oscar the Grouch too is like really important. And yeah, Caroll Spinney, at 85 died. Now, if you don't know anything about him, pretty amazing man, did a lot of neat stuff. I highly recommend, there's a documentary you can watch called I Am Big Bird, and it's all about his journey as Big Bird, from as he started as a puppeteer to becoming Big Bird, and then that lasting majority of his life. And I don't think he was still being Big Bird at this point. He passed it off to someone. He trained someone to become Big Bird after him. He had an understudy basically that would fill in the last bunch of years as he got older. He died at 85, so Oscar and Big Bird got passed on to somebody else. But he's an amazing man. Incredible artist. He did a lot of amazing work. And he also almost died on the space shuttle. The space shuttle blew up when I was a kid, and I was a teacher on the space shuttle. And I remember vividly watching it, as much like I remember anything from that period, because they let us watch it in school, because there was a teacher on the space shuttle, and then the space shuttle, as it took off, blew up. Now, I did not know that Big Bird was actually supposed to be on that space shuttle. They were like, instead of a teacher before the teacher thing, they were like, wouldn't it be cool to have Big Bird do Sesame Street from space, actually from space? And they got in contact with Sesame Street people and Caroll Spinney, and Caroll Spinney's like, yeah, I'm down. His wife gave him permission. He's like, I'm going to space. And then, but he had to go as Big Bird. And when they were trying to figure out how it would work, they just were like, it can't, he's too big. Big Bird is too big to go to space. And so they said, well, okay, sorry, thanks. And then they went, well, what can we do for education-wise? And they said, let's send a teacher. And they sent a teacher in their space. It was horrifying watching a teacher die when the space shuttle went up. I can only imagine what it would have been like if Big Bird had died. in the space shuttle. So, but yeah, Caroll Spinney. Yeah, he's 85, right? Like, so he's lived a long life, did a lot of amazing things, left behind a family and a legacy. But it's sad to hear him that he's gone. The world's a sadder place because he's not in it. So that's all I got for today. Sorry if I brought you down, but yeah, watch the documentary. Amazing. I Am Big Bird. It's great. So thanks for watching, and I hope you had a chance to watch Caroll Spinney do his work as Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird too. You have a good day. God bless.